And here we are. We have come forward again. Welcome everyone. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the globe, whatever time it is, however you may be listening, watching and tuning in. Welcome to the next episode of the Working Man Warships. I am your host, Jedi Gad. And today, we are going to focus on something we've been sleeping on. So first of all, you can see the segment of my bureau is complete. So I'm going to go on there. And we are now at the Johan de Wiet segment. So we'll deal with that another time. First, let's get to the store to get what they got for us. And let's have a look at our missions. So, we know as long as we play tier 5 and above, we qualify here. We've got to get our battle prowess done, so we need ribbons and we need to win. Now, I hear you saying you got to play a cruiser, Jedi Gang. I do, but for the purposes of today's video, we're focusing on something we've been neglecting. We'll still get ribbons, don't worry. As you can see, I'm falling behind. I've got to come in the top 3 2 more times, or in the top 4 13 more times. 2 more times would be preferable. Yes, I'm falling behind. That's because I've been doing a lot of work with the channel and other stuff. So I've got my hands in a lot of pots at the moment. I will get it done. Failure is not an option on a military game. So we go in. We're going to do some destroyers. So as you can see, Garen's already set up and ready to go for us. So this is a Vincent Mordoff build. Now, he's not a base commander, he's a Halloween commander. So it's a special edition commander. But again, the process is the same. You just adjust your commander to A, your ship, and B, your playing style. Not necessarily in that order, but whatever. We instead are going to go with the Leonardo guys. So if we just get 1 defended, captured, or assisted in capture, we will get plus 20% global XP. Just 1, which we should be able to do in a destroyer. Main battery reload time, addition by subtraction. Detectability, addition by subtraction, and some extra torpedo damage. We are going to reduce our torpedo launcher reload time, which again, addition by subtraction, and steering gear impairment chance, addition by subtraction, by just over 1/4, which is nice. We increase our torpedo speed by 5 knots, decrease our detectability range, which is good for a destroyer. We are going perceptive to reduce incoming damage and show the nearest direction of the closest enemy ship. Now, this is the key to the Mordoff build. Risk of main battery becoming incapacitated is reduced by 3/4. And risk of our torpedo launchers being incapacitated is also reduced by 3/4. The more experienced players can tell me, am I right in saying this is the single biggest upgrade for any commander in the game? Just in a vacuum, you can let me know. And we're going unstoppable to allow for reduced mobility with a disabled engine and or rudder. In other words, if our engine or steering gets knocked out, we want to still be able to move. So as far as the build, we are going with main battery mod 2, so improve our traverse speed and our torpedo launcher's traverse speed. We want to reduce any fire or flood time. Now, if you get flooded in a destroyer, the likelihood is you're going to go down because a lot of torpedoes, especially on legendary, will just sink you outright. So I'm not really concerned about that. It's more the fires. Okay, you shouldn't really be getting hit with torpedoes if you're a destroyer anyway. Famous last words. We want to decrease our detectability range and increase fire dispersion for a destroyer. And we are going with more dispersion, more accurate guns, and increase the range of our guns. So we are on legendary tier. We're going to go over battle booster, credit booster, yes, and global XP. You know me, I play poker. We push all our chips to the middle of the table. So here we go. Mission brief. Now, the how to play destroyers video is very popular. So, since you've all been watching it, tell me, new players, what is your primary objective as a destroyer? Spotting. Anyone who said torpedoes, don't upset me now. Okay, so let's see where we're at and then do a quick assessment of the battle ahead. So we are on hotspot. Remember, every shot fired at you is damage you have prevented from hitting your allies. That's the bottom right. Now, I do agree with that, but it's really dependent on the situation, whether you want to be taking those shots. So domination, new players, is 3 or more bases. So here we go, let's have a look. We have got Alpha, Bravo, Charlie and Delta. There are no divisions. And we have spawned in the southwest. Now, note well, we really need to watch out for the Stalingrad, for the radar, and I'm pretty sure Haaland has radar as well.
What Master Splinter taught us. Never give up.
So, if you look, we are already located. See that little sign there? There's a destroyer in this vicinity. We know where they are because you can see that little bracket at the top. That's my perceptive. We know that. And we've got for company a Mino and a Njord. So what we want to do is we want to head straight over here. Now we're going to be cautious because there could be 2 destroyers here, not 1. And Som appears to be coming to assist us. Lovely. So as I've got really good torpedo range, what I'm going to do is I am going to fire right there. So anyone who's thinking about coming in is going to really have to watch their step. Minos had the same idea. So those are going at that angle. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put this second batch. I'm going to try and crisscross these torpedoes.
Torpedoes to port!
We are spotted. So I'm going to try and go dark here. I don't want to be taking any ordnance from that Conqueror. Haaland spots us.
Leo, we're sitting turtles here.
So if we go dark, I was right about the radar. So we're going to have to try and ride this out now. He can see us, but we can't see him.
We're sitting turtles here.
We are indeed. So I've turned my ship to try and minimize the damage.
Smoke screen set.
Okay, we've minimized the damage, but we have taken a fair bit, but we are in the cap. So you see how our engine's gone out? See the little fan there? Well, that's what Unstoppable's for. To allow reduced mobility. So the ship can still go forward. Now Dalian is coming in. He senses and smells blood. Nonetheless, we repair our engine. We've taken the base. And now, it's time to hightail it out of here. We are ahead on the ship count. We don't want to take too many more risks. We're low on health.
Torpedoes to starboard.
And there, they tried to finish us off in the smoke screen, but we're not having any of it.
To starboard.
We are moving, and we are going to fire some torpedoes in retreat and get ourselves moving. So what we're going to do now is we are going to move up here with Mino and try and flank them. I have no idea what Som's doing, but Mino is not going to be long for this world. There's 2 battleships up there, so we are going to stick on our engine boost. We want to get round there and spot for Mino. Help him out. He's in a bit of a situation here. 2 battleships. There's a destroyer somewhere over there and a cruiser. He's in his smoke, so we want to try and get out here and help him. We also have Njord out here, so we need to spot. Remember, what is your primary objective? Well played, Mino.
Torpedoes to starboard.
We see them. I think Wisconsin's got a plane to catch. Nonetheless, Conqueror goes down. And there's a destroyer out here somewhere. So we're going to fire off torpedoes. We need to find this destroyer because we need to protect Njord over here. Okay, so Dalian becomes available. We want to identify him.
Attention, reporting the target position.
And Njord engages. Now the destroyer's over here somewhere. So we want to hunt him down while still spotting here with the Dalian.
Concentrate fire on that enemy warship.
Dalian goes down.
Nice work.
Encouragement for the team.
Nice work, turtles.
That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork.
Our victory is in sight. I am not a racing turtle anymore.
Wisconsin becomes visible. We're going to keep him lit. So we have got Conqueror here and Njord here. Now Njord goes down, but we've still got to keep this Wisconsin lit up. So what we're going to do is okay, so Wisconsin's going forward. What we're going to do is we are going to try and pressure him. So we're keeping Wisconsin lit up for Conqueror. We have fired a torpedo salvo. He's going to have something to think about. And we're trying to get up here where the Marceau is. He takes the base.
Our victory is in sight. Hang in there. Help is on the way.
So now I'm going to slow down, and what I'm going to do is I am going to engage Wisconsin, but I'm going to do it inside my smoke screen.
Smoke.
This is how to use your smoke screen for offense. Switch over to AP as his broadside is exposed. And there is nothing Wisconsin can do about this. He can't see us. We can see him. Harlan goes down, and we are now just going to
smoke screen set.
Have our way with Wisconsin. Down goes Wisconsin.
That's how it's done, turtles.
Encourage your team. Here we go. We are up by nearly 500 points. There's 2 battleships left. So we're going to start moving forward and see if we can get these guys off the map in the last 6 minutes. So we have our SOM here. For the purposes, if there are any children listening, I don't know what SOM's going to say, so we will turn him off. Okay, so engine boost, let's move.
Engine boost activated.
SOM's leading. Conqueror is behind. And then there's us. We are now a strike group. Now, we don't necessarily need to engage these guys. I want to be clear. We should all be heading off into the sunset. But you don't really want to see me do that, do you? Do you? So for the purposes of entertainment, I'm going to engage. You don't want me to see me just sail off in the sunset, do you? But the optimal move here, I want to be clear. I am recording a video right now. If I wasn't, I would be heading off into the sunset. That is what you should be doing right now. But just for you guys, I'm going to keep going forward. So as you see, SOM's out in front, spotting. Conqueror's behind, and then we are here in support. So over here, I can see Yamato, and he's already within torpedo range. Correct me if I'm wrong, does Gearing not have the highest torpedo range in the game? Let me know, experienced players. I'm going to fire those. The chances are they won't get there, because if you look up at the score,
5 minutes left, turtles.
we've nearly won. But just fire them off anyway, you never know. Now notice, why have we done so well? Hold that thought, because when the battle ends, I want to see if you have the answer. Just think about it, new players. Why has the team performed so well?
That's my call. I decide who gets a beatdown.
And the answer you were looking for is because of good destroyer play. So between ourselves and the SOM, we've done very well. Now, I want to keep highlighting this. I do. Now, I could come on here and I could just show you all the games where I come first on the team. But I'm not going to do that, because I need you to understand. And this is, again, we are aiming at new players. They are the future of this game. They are the academy. New players, I need you to understand. You must first learn to perform and support the team. Once you learn to do that, you will regularly start coming top of the leaderboard. But if you go out and you try in a destroyer, for example, and just talk battleships, you're going to the bottom of the sea and your team's going to lose, and your winning percentage will suffer. Learn to support the team first. Find a way to help the team win. Once you do that, you will end up like Conqueror here. Shout to Conqueror and Marceau, north of 2000. We shout out to SOM as well, who was here to the end, and all the others who brought the team home. Economy wise, we lose some money, but again, Legendary is designed so that you spend your money on Legendary that you've earned elsewhere. Ship XP not too concerned about. A little bit of global XP and some Commander XP. Also, we are moving our missions along. I am reminded of a line from a movie called Braveheart. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Where there is a dad who is teaching his son, and his son picks the sword up and says, "Oh, I can't wait to learn how to use this." I'm paraphrasing. Dad takes the sword out of his hand and says, "First, you must learn to use this," and he points at his brain. "And then I will teach you how to use this. And he shows him the sword. First, you must learn to support and help the team win. And then, you will start coming top. So if you like what we're doing, click the like, click the subscribe, share the video, and we will see you next time on the Working Man's Warships. Take care.